Hey, welcome back. I'm Todd Smith with another video teaching you how to make money and achieve financial freedom with real estate investing. Over the years, I've been blessed to teach tens of thousands of investors from newbies to millionaires, so I know I can help you too. But before we get into today's topic, if you haven't done so already, I just want to remind you to check out my free 90-minute online training class about how to buy houses without cash or credit at realestateCashflowSecrets.com. I'll put that link and maybe some other resources in the description for this video. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button below this video. And for some reason, YouTube made it harder. So after you hit subscribe, you got to hit the bell and then you got to hit all to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the money-making information that I have to share with you, because I do upload videos regularly. Fair enough? All right, let's get started. So in this video, I just want to recap why you don't need cash or credit or even partners to buy houses. Instead of cash and credit, we're going to substitute four things. And those four things are going to be knowledge, documentation, skill, and finally action. All right, because you can learn all of this great stuff, but if you don't take action, it's not going to make you any money. All right, so first of all, you got to have specialized knowledge. You, as I've said before, having specialized knowledge and how to buy houses without money is like creating cash out of thin air. It's like knowing the secret to a magic tree. You gotta obviously have different knowledge than everybody else has, because you got to do things differently than the way everybody else is doing. So in addition to knowledge, obviously you need documentation. Real estate deals are legally binding transactions. So you've got to have the right paperwork to tie the deals up and to execute your deals in order to make money. So it's really all about making money with buying houses without cash or credit. It's really all about shuffling papers, all right? But you got to shuffle the right papers, and you got to know how to shuffle them, okay? So that's where the knowledge comes in, and knowing how to shuffle them. And so you got to have the right documentation, and you got to make sure that you get the documentation from a good source, right? Because attorneys, people think, well, I could just go to my attorney and get a deal. Well, first of all, your attorney probably doesn't believe that you could buy houses without cash or credit. And even if they did, they don't buy houses for a living. So, and you got to pay them by the hour whether their documents are any good or not. All right, so that's the problem with getting documentation from an attorney. Where are you going to get documentation? You're going to get documentation from a true real estate practitioner like myself. It doesn't have to be my documentation. It should be, but it doesn't have to be. But the point is, you want to get it from somebody who buys and sells houses for a living and knows the business, right? Because attorneys, they can give you any kind of documentation and they get paid by the hour. So you got to pay them whether their documents are good or not, and they may not work for you. They may not stand up in court, all right? And whatever documentation you get, obviously it's a good idea. It may be a good idea to have an attorney review it, okay? But the bottom line is, you want to get good documentation. All right, now the third thing you need is skill, right? So once you get the knowledge and you get the documentation, you need to practice these things at home. You need to practice the things you're going to say to the seller before you actually go onto the field. And you need to know this stuff backwards and forwards, so that when you're out talking to sellers, you're not sounding like a beginner. You're sounding like a professional. You want to present yourself in a professional way. And that's where a lot of people drop the ball, because they're not willing to practice. That's the thing that made Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, all of these people better than everybody else, because they're willing to put in the practice. They're willing to do the things after hours that nobody else is willing to do. And that's what's going to separate you. And that's what separates me and my students from everybody else, because when they deal with us, they say, you know what, I really felt like you cared about me, and I really felt like you knew what you were doing. I felt like I was in good hands. And that's a big difference. And it builds people's trust and confidence in you. And that comes from skill. And that skill can only be garnered by practice, right? So you practice in private so that you can perform in public, okay? Hey, you might want to write that down. Just make sure you give me credit. Practice in private so that you can perform in public, all right? And you can be able to perform in public with confidence. All right, so now if you got the knowledge, you got the right documentation, you've done your practice, you've done your homework, you got your skills up, then you got to go out into the field and take action, all right? Because without action, there's no money, right? So you take action, you start to develop these daily habits, building up your knowledge, getting familiar with your documentation, knowing it backward and forward, building up your skills, your practice, your scripts and everything, and then taking action. Make that your daily habit, your weekly set of habits, and I guarantee you, you'll be able to accomplish your financial goals a lot sooner than you ever dreamed possible. Hey, thanks again for watching, and don't forget to check out any additional resources that I might have for you in the description section of this video. If you like this video, then show me some love with a heart on Facebook or a thumbs up on YouTube, and leave a comment below to let me know how the video helped you. If you have any real estate investing questions, go ahead and write those in the comments below, and it just may become the topic of my next video. If you know anybody else that might benefit from this video, then go ahead and share it. Be sure to check out my upcoming videos, and until next time, may all your parents have rich children, and may all your children have rich parents.